There are 24 hours in every person's life. The rich have them, the poor have them, the successful have them, and those who are still searching for their path have them too. The difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one is not the number of hours we receive. It is how we choose to use them. Every sunrise brings a chance to begin again. Yesterday may have been filled with mistakes, regrets, and moments when you did not give your best. But the beauty of life is that every new day arrives with a fresh page waiting to be written. The question is not whether you have enough time. The real question is whether you are using the time you already have in a meaningful way. Every day that begins is a gift wrapped in possibilities. The moment you open your eyes in the morning, you are given something that no amount of money can purchase and no amount of power can control. Another 24 hours of life. Some people wake up and see another ordinary day, while others wake up and see another opportunity to create something meaningful. The difference is not in the circumstances around them, but in the mindset they choose to carry. Many people spend their lives waiting for a perfect time to start. They wait for the right age, the right resources, the right people, or the right situation. They believe that when everything around them becomes perfect, they will finally take a step toward their dreams. But life has a way of teaching us that perfection is an illusion. The perfect moment rarely arrives, and if you continue waiting for it, you may watch countless opportunities pass quietly through your hands. The most beautiful thing about a new day is that it does not ask you about your past before it arrives. It does not question your failures, your mistakes, or the moments when you gave up. A sunrise does not discriminate between someone who succeeded yesterday and someone who failed yesterday. It simply appears and offers both of them another chance to try again. Every morning is a reminder that you are still here. And as long as you are still here, there is something valuable you can create. There will be days when your heart feels heavy with disappointment. There will be moments when the dreams you once held close seem far away from your reach. You may look at your journey and wonder why it is taking longer than you expected. You may see other people moving ahead and question whether your efforts are enough. In those moments, remember that every journey has a unique rhythm. The flower that blooms later is not less beautiful than the flower that blooms first. The sun and the moon both shine, but they do not compete for the same sky. Your greatest transformation will never happen because you suddenly receive everything you wished for. It begins when you decide to use the day you have in front of you with courage and gratitude. It begins when you stop complaining about what you lost and start appreciating what remains. You may not control every challenge that enters your life, but you always have control over the response you choose. A single day may seem too small to change your entire life, but every great achievement in history was built one day at a time. A person who writes a book does not create hundreds of pages in a single moment. A person who builds strength does not transform their body in one workout. A person who masters a skill does not become excellent after one attempt. They become extraordinary because they show up again and again, even on the days when motivation disappears. Your future self is quietly watching the choices you make today. The decision to wake up a little earlier, to learn something new, to forgive yourself, to take care of your health, or to make one brave decision can become the turning point of your life. The small moments that seem insignificant today may become the reasons you are proud of yourself tomorrow. Do not underestimate the power of beginning again. Some of the strongest people are not those who never fall. They are the ones who have fallen many times and still choose to rise with hope in their hearts. Every scar carries a lesson. Every setback carries wisdom, and every difficult chapter carries the possibility of a new beginning. You do not need to have everything figured out before you take the first step. You do not need to know the entire journey before you start walking. Sometimes the courage to move forward with uncertainty is what opens doors you never knew existed. Life reveals its lessons to those who are willing to keep moving, keep learning, and keep believing. When you wake up tomorrow, do not look at the day as something you have to survive. Look at it as a blank canvas waiting for your colors, your efforts, your kindness, your discipline, and your dreams. Treat every hour as a chance to become a little wiser, a little stronger, and a little closer to the person you are capable of becoming. Every person enters this world with the same 24 hours in a day. But the way those hours are spent creates completely different stories. Some people allow distractions to control their days, while others learn the art of choosing what truly matters. The quality of your life is often determined by the quality of your choices. When you give your attention to things that support your dreams, your future slowly begins to change. We live in a world filled with endless noise. There are countless things competing for your attention every minute. Messages, entertainment, opinions of others, and temporary pleasures can easily consume the precious hours that were meant to build your dreams. The greatest danger is not that these distractions exist. The greatest danger is that they quietly steal your time while making you believe you are still moving forward. Many people confuse being busy with being productive. They fill their schedules with activities, rush from one task to another, and feel exhausted at the end of the day, but they have not moved any closer to their goals. Being busy is not a sign of progress. True progress happens when your actions are connected to your purpose. 1 hour spent learning, improving, or creating something valuable can be more powerful than an entire day spent doing things without meaning. The ability to say no is one of the greatest skills a person can develop. Every time you say yes to something that does not serve your growth, you may be saying no to something that could transform your life. Your time is limited and your energy is valuable. You must learn to protect both. Not every invitation deserves your presence. Not every conversation deserves your attention. And not every opportunity deserves your commitment. The most successful individuals are not those who have more time than everyone else. They are people who understand their priorities. They know what deserves their energy and what should be left behind. They understand that every choice has a cost. If you spend your entire day chasing comfort, you may lose the chance to build a future filled with achievement. If you invest your time in growth today, you may create opportunities that change your life tomorrow. Sometimes your priorities require sacrifice. You may have to leave behind habits that feel comfortable. You may have to spend less time seeking approval from others and more time listening to your own inner voice. There will be moments when people do not understand why you are choosing discipline over temporary enjoyment. They may question your decisions or your dreams, but remember that no one else can live your life for you. You are the author of your own story, and every decision you make is writing the next chapter. Choosing your priorities also means choosing yourself. It means respecting your health, your mental peace, your goals, and your personal growth. Taking time to rest, reflect, and recharge is not a weakness. A person who constantly gives everything away without caring for their own well-being will eventually have nothing left to offer. Balance is not about giving equal time to everything. It is about giving the right amount of time to the things that truly matter. There will always be things trying to pull you away from your purpose. There will always be easier paths, comfortable choices, and excuses waiting for you. The difference between the person who only dreams and the person who achieves is the ability to choose what is important, especially when the unimportant appears more attractive. Every morning, you have the chance to decide what kind of life you are building. You can spend your hours following distractions created by the world around you, or you can direct your attention toward the person you wish to become. Your dreams are not waiting for a perfect day. They are waiting for the decisions you make today. The smallest choices repeated daily have the power to shape your destiny. The book you choose to read instead of wasting time, the skill you choose to develop instead of making excuses, the healthy habit you choose to maintain instead of postponing change, and the meaningful action you choose to take instead of waiting for motivation are the decisions that slowly transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary journey. There is a powerful difference between wishing for a better life and working to create one. Many people have beautiful dreams, incredible ideas, and endless plans for the future, but dreams alone do not change reality. The bridge between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow is built through discipline. It is the quiet promise you make to yourself that you will continue moving forward, even when motivation disappears and the journey becomes difficult. Motivation is a wonderful feeling, but it is not something you can depend on every single day. There will be mornings when you do not feel like waking up early. There will be days when your goals seem too far away and your energy feels too low. There will be moments when comfort whispers to you, asking you to delay your efforts until tomorrow. It is in those moments that discipline becomes your greatest companion. It does not ask you whether you feel ready. It reminds you of the person you have promised yourself to become. The most extraordinary achievements are usually born from ordinary actions repeated consistently. A musician does not master an instrument by playing it once. A writer does not create a masterpiece by writing only when inspiration arrives. An athlete does not reach greatness by training only on the days when they feel strong. Excellence is created in the unseen moments, in the hours when no one is watching, no one is applauding, and no one knows how much effort is being invested. The world often celebrates the final success, but rarely sees the countless moments of patience, sacrifice, and determination behind it. People admire the mountain someone has climbed, but forget the thousands of difficult steps that were taken before reaching the top. Every achievement has a story hidden behind it, a story of choosing effort over excuses, persistence over comfort, and commitment over temporary pleasure. Discipline is not a punishment that takes away your freedom. It is the path that gives you true freedom. When you develop discipline, you become the master of your choices rather than a servant of your emotions. You no longer allow laziness, fear, or temporary feelings to control the direction of your life. You understand that your emotions may change from day to day, but your commitment to your dreams must remain stronger than your changing moods. There will be times when you fail despite your best efforts. There will be moments when you work hard and still do not see immediate results. Those moments can make you question whether your discipline is worth it. However, growth is often happening in ways that you cannot see. A seed buried beneath the ground spends a long time growing roots before anyone sees a single leaf. In the same way, your efforts are preparing you for opportunities that may not have arrived yet. The strongest people are not always the ones with the most talent or the most resources. Very often, they are the people who refuse to give up when circumstances become difficult. They understand that obstacles are not signs to stop. They are lessons designed to make them wiser and stronger. Every challenge faced with patience becomes a part of the strength that carries them toward their dreams. Creating a disciplined life requires making small promises to yourself and keeping them. It could be reading a few pages every day, practicing a skill for 1 hour, exercising regularly, or choosing positive thoughts when negativity tries to take control. These actions may seem small in a single day, but their impact becomes extraordinary when repeated over months and years. Do not wait until you feel confident enough to begin. Confidence is often the result of repeated action, not the requirement for it. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust within your own heart. You prove that your words have value and that your dreams are worthy of your effort. Your future is being shaped by what you choose to do today. The habits you build, the discipline you practice, and the decisions you make in private will eventually become the life that the world sees. Greatness is not a destination reached in one giant leap. It is created through countless small steps taken with courage, patience, and an unshakable belief in your own journey. Every moment you live is a piece of your life that you will never receive again. Time does not wait for anyone. It does not slow down when you are afraid, and it does not pause when you are uncertain. Every second that passes carries the power to become a memory, a lesson, an achievement, or a missed opportunity. The way you use your moments today is quietly shaping the person you will become tomorrow. Many people believe that a meaningful life is built through a few extraordinary moments. They wait for a big opportunity, a major breakthrough, or a perfect situation that will suddenly change everything. But the truth is that your destiny is often created in the small moments that nobody notices. It is built in the early mornings when you choose to rise with determination, in the quiet evenings when you choose to learn something new, and in the difficult moments when you choose courage instead of surrender. Every small action you take is like a single drop of water falling into an ocean. One drop may appear insignificant, but thousands of drops together create something powerful. In the same way, one day of effort may not transform your life, but days, months, and years of intentional actions can create a future beyond your imagination. Never underestimate what a single hour of focused effort can become when it is repeated with patience and belief. There are moments in life when you will feel lost and uncertain about the direction you are taking. You may question whether your efforts are enough or whether your dreams are too far away. During those moments, remind yourself that every person who has ever achieved something meaningful once stood at the beginning of a journey filled with doubts. They did not move forward because they had all the answers. They moved forward because they had the courage to take one more step. Your purpose is not discovered by waiting for life to reveal everything to you. It is discovered through movement, curiosity, learning, and experience. When you use your time to explore your abilities, improve your weaknesses, and understand yourself better, you begin to uncover the potential that has always existed within you. The person you are capable of becoming is created through the choices you make, when nobody is forcing you to make them. Life will present you with moments of pain, failure, and unexpected challenges. There will be chapters that you never planned to write and battles that you never expected to fight. Yet even the most difficult experiences can become the foundation of your growth. The storms you survive often teach you lessons that peaceful days never could. Your struggles can either become the chains that hold you back or the wings that help you rise above your limitations. Make your moments meaningful by choosing kindness, gratitude, and continuous growth. Use your words to encourage, your actions to inspire, and your experiences to become wiser. Success is not measured only by the achievements displayed to the world. It is also measured by the character you build, the values you protect, and the positive impact you leave on the lives of others. Do not spend your precious time comparing your journey with someone else's path. The world will always show you people who seem to be ahead of you, but you do not know the battles they fought to reach where they are. Your journey has its own lessons, its own timing, and its own purpose. The only person you should compete with is the person you were yesterday. Each day gives you countless opportunities to take one more step toward your purpose. It could be a conversation that changes your perspective, a book that expands your mind, a challenge that reveals your strength, or a decision that leads you toward a completely different future. The ordinary moments you often ignore are the moments where your transformation begins. When you understand the value of a single moment, you stop waiting for life to become extraordinary and start creating extraordinary meaning from the life you already have. You begin to appreciate every sunrise as a new chance, every challenge as a lesson, and every effort as a part of the story you are writing with your own hands. The masterpiece of your life is not created in one perfect day. It is painted through the colors of every choice, every sacrifice, every act of courage, and every moment you decide to move closer to the purpose that lives inside you